Well, good evening. Welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV. Yes, it's Milesy here. I'm in the hot seat this evening. Now, did you all like the aggressive performance and high pressing and more positive without the ball on Tuesday night? Let's hope you did. Let's hear what you have to say about it, because that's what's coming up later on. Well, first of all in the show, actually. And then we're going to talk about Asante. Is he our lone striker now? Is he the man to be up front on his own? I don't know. What do you think? And also, does Mark Robins stick with the same 11 after Sakamoto went off? So the same 11 as when Sakamoto went off. So let's hear what you all have to say, and let's hear what our panel have to say. So let's get no hesitation. Let's get them all in this evening. Good evening, Kent.
Good evening. Yes, we're all smiling.
Good evening. Evening, Paul.
Evening.
And we got Chris Baker. Good evening, Chris.
Evening, everyone.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All good.
Bit of a late finish.
Brilliant.
But...
Right, let's crack on then. Let's get these comments coming in. First of all, aggressive performance, a lot better off the ball, showing a real good passion for a high press, especially with Asante up front, and it increased our performance on the pitch, didn't it, Ken? What did you make to it?
Absolutely fantastic. It's just what we needed, weren't it, to lift the place, because we were all a bit down, especially after Saturday. Those who went to Leeds know what I mean. It was an awful performance, and we needed something to lift us. And I could tell the first 10, 15 minutes, we were up for it, because you could see us closing down. The work rate was there. We were hassling, and we were just at it. Something that total opposite from Saturday. It was unbelievable, really, because a lot of the players were the same. So you think to yourself, well, why couldn't they do that Saturday? They've obviously had a bit of a telling off after that performance, and they've come out fighting, and yeah, that's what we needed.
And Vic, I mean, midfield was a lot better with Sheaf in the middle. I mean, he was just superb, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was great. It was definitely a good performance. Nice to see him back. I think for me, the best thing about it all really was the attitude. Like, it's obviously great to win. It's great to get 3 goals, clean sheet, all that's brilliant. But I think it was the attitude, because we'd obviously spoken the show before about like where we were going and if the players had the fight and whether the dressing room was united and all that sort of stuff. And for me, that shows that they are. You don't turn up with a performance like that if there's stuff going on and they want to play for Mark and they're all fighting. That shows some desire. And for me, that was the most important thing. And the 3 goals and the result were just a bonus on top of that, wasn't it? Really.
Definitely. I mean, Chris. I mean, them conditions. I mean, they were pretty awful. It was very slippy out there, and you could tell in the first half that we were trying to take advantage of that by moving the ball quickly around the pitch. The keeper was spilling it a little bit. There was unlucky not for anyone to run onto it. I mean, we did all go to town on it on Sunday night, and we did all, express our feelings, how worried we were and how upset we were. But that was just what the doctor ordered, wasn't it?
It was on on Tuesday night. I've got a confession to make. I was under the weather. I didn't make it on Tuesday night, unfortunately. I got to sit home and watch it. But amazing performance, so much more improved from Saturday. I was at Leeds on Saturday, so I did have to suffer that with the Sky Blue Army, unfortunately. But much improved.
Definitely way more improved. I mean, did you think Asante led that front line really well on his own?
Brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly. Basically showing Sims how it should be done. I don't know what's been up with Sims this season. He looks polar opposite to the player we had, certainly since. But Asante, the high energy, the high press, we need more of that going into the next game. So for me, 100% starts over Sims now. And I say that as someone a fan of Sims. I've backed Sims since he started with us.
Yeah, I mean, you've always said that you like Sims. I like Sims. Vicky's got her own supporters group for Ellis Sims, so if you want a badge, she'll get you a badge and she'll let you have one for a membership. Paul, I mean, they moved the ball a lot quicker and more direct as well, didn't they? On Tuesday night, there was like a few different, that formation for me, the 4-3-3. It meant that when we went defending, we couldn't slot it into a 4-4-2, couldn't we? So it worked well, didn't it?
It seemed to be. I think I was on at one point saying about the lack of cohesion, that it just seemed to work. And Asante, I've got to say, his energy and enthusiasm just dragged us up. We were 10 yards further up than we were against Swansea and Norwich at home. I mean, that was where we were playing. That was the difference. And I've got to say, I've got a couple of Baggies fans who are friends of mine, and they said, "Oh, he won't show the effort." Well, if he shows anything like that every week, he's got to start every time. He just drags everybody in. And if anybody can explain who that big fella was on the left, who was going past people like he was a world beater, I've not seen him for weeks and weeks and weeks. Who was that guy?
Well, I mean, he's gone missing. Yeah, he went missing, wasn't
he? And he. Tuesday, he seemed to click with Asante, and it just, as I say, it just seemed to, his enthusiasm and his energy seemed to give more room for the midfield to work. Apart from, as I say, I don't know if my heart can take Kitchen Thomas at the back, but that's another subject. I'm a man of a certain age, but I just thought I would say exactly what Chris said. He was just, he's got to start, and Sims has got to look at that. The other thing I was going to say was, I thought Bidwell, and when they were talking about, when they said, when Robin said they actually sat themselves down after the Leeds game and spoke honestly, and I think, quite frankly, you could see that with the attitude, because it's just not good enough. And it's a shame professional footballers have got to do that, but if they give anything like that, I'm back onto playoffs, guys. I'm not fickle.
You say Mark Robbins said they sat down and had a little chat. I mean, I got a slate in. There was a few comments coming after the show on Sunday, Monday and Tuesday morning. Someone put, "It isn't the 80s, Miles. He won't send them out all on the drink on the Saturday night to get drunk and fight it out between themselves." How do we know?
Yep.
We don't know. What he might have sat in that change room and said, "Right, lads, off you go. Go out, go and enjoy yourselves. Let your hair down. This is the last chance you've got to do it, because you're in training for the rest of the season." And I did get slated for that, but I'll tell you what, who knows? That might have happened. It definitely might. And I do know they go out drinking together, because I've been out and had a tipple with them. So I do know they do go out drinking together. Now, Victoria, I want to come to you. Vic. Right. Ben Wilson. We said on Sunday night, Ben Wilson has to start because he's more vocal, he's more confident with our defenders to shout at them, that he's got the right to shout at them because he's been with us for a long time now. That was the right move, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things, isn't it? I suppose from Robin's perspective, it's always a gamble, isn't it? You make a call, and if it comes off, it's great. And if not, everyone questions you. So that's always the problem he's got. But for me, it was the right call, and it paid off, didn't it? I thought Wilson had a cracking game.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, we got a video later on. Ken went in the lounge after, and he got a video of his interview. And I love his interview. It's about 5 minutes long, so we will put it on because it is blooming brilliant. The guy is in his energy and his enthusiasm. Is just unbelievable, isn't it, Vic?
I think the thing is with goalkeepers, the best goalkeepers are always a bit quirky, aren't they? They're always a bit like, they've got a funny side, and they've got a big personality, and he's like that. And I think that then stands out on the pitch. He's prepared to be vocal, and he's prepared to throw himself about, and that's what you need really from a goalkeeper. The best ones are always a little bit quirky, aren't they? I think.
Just say it, Vic. Loony. They're a little bit loony. They're not right. Ken, I mean, he made a great save in the second half. First half, when he came running out of his box and he got clipped on his leg. He went down. I thought he was going to go off injured, but to get off the line that quick, to close that forward down to prevent a one-on-one was absolutely superb, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was on it. He was on it from the start, weren't he? And he looked confident, and he looked back to what he was last year when he first came in, if you remember. He was outstanding, weren't he? And trouble with the goalkeepers, as we all know, they make one mistake and everybody notices it. Players can make mistakes like they did against Leeds on Saturday and get away with it. But if a goalkeeper makes a mistake, it sort of sticks with him and people always remember it. But yeah, it was a positive performance. A good decision to leave him in, I thought, and long may it continue. And a clean sheet, believe it or not.
It was a clean sheet, and he definitely deserved that clean sheet because he did dominate that area on Tuesday night. So it was fantastic. Chris, I want to come to Jake Bidwell. What a great goal! That free kick that was worked off on the training ground, and what a great header, really.
It was. I will come to Jake Bidwell. I just want to go back to the goalkeepers just quickly. I watched Sunday night, and I just wanted to get a point. So I absolutely disagree with Claudio and Wayne. There's no way Wilson could have saved that first shot. That's not a mistake. And that's my point of view across.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To save that shot. Oh, yes.
But yeah, coming back onto Bidwell, yeah, that was a brilliant goal. To be fair, they were all, well, maybe not right. So Wright had a bit of a fortunate deflection, but the other two were really good goals. It's just a brilliant performance all round, and the goals that created on the back of that were brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, well, absolutely superb. I was just so chuffed for Bidders because I'm a big fan of Bidwell. I've got my own fan club for him. He's brilliant, and I'm so chuffed for him that he scored that goal because he definitely deserves it for coming straight back into the team. And if there's anyone that deserves a captain armband, if Eccles or Sheaf isn't in there, Jake Bidwell deserves that armband because he is just so passionate, and he really is. Now, Paul, I want to come to you. Your mate who you said vanished since the Oxford game, Hadji Wright, he's been called up to Wales, to USA. I was just about to say Wales.
He can come and play for Wales anytime. I'm half Welsh.
He's been called up for the USA again, but I think he's going to find it difficult playing this time for the USA, getting in that team if his attitude isn't there. But like you said, he was a completely different player, wasn't he, on Tuesday?
Absolutely. And the other thing was, did you notice how he tracked back and was defending? That was the bit that, for me, it made it the all-round performance. It wasn't that because we've all had to go in being greedy, and I know it's like strikers have to be greedy. You're gonna want to take a shot. I get that, but it was his pace, his drive, but the willingness to get back into the box defending, and that to me made it the all-round performance. And I think with Asante there, I'm thinking, I was going to say it was it Cantwell, their fullback. He just absolutely made it. He just had a mare against him.
Cantwell had a mare all night. He was in the middle. Actually, I don't know who their fullback is.
I can't remember the fullback.
I think it might be Coleman or something like that.
Coleman, I didn't think it was he had him in his pocket. It was fantastic, and it's lovely to see. And I it's the same as Sims. I want to see the guys happy. I want to see them, driving and and playing well. It just brings a joy to your heart, doesn't it, to see that to that. And but I think Asante has got something that brings the best out in Hadji. It just seems to maybe it's maybe it's our new Wallace and Ferguson.
You never know. Ken, we'll come on to you, mate. I mean, we'll talk about Ben Sheaf. Now, come on, Ben Sheaf. We thought it was too soon. We thought it was too soon to come back to Leeds game, but he got 60 minutes under his belt. Tuesday night, he got 77 minutes, as Mark Robins said. I mean, he was great, weren't he? He was great.
Well, that's the Ben Sheaf we'd be missing, isn't it? That's the Ben Sheaf we'd be missing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell the difference. He's so controlled on the ball. He knows what he's doing. He knows where the next pass is going, and the players can read it. And the team functioned so much better with him in the side. You know, we are a bit lopsided when he's not playing. You know, we're sort of all over the shop. But he's such an important player for us. And when he comes back, and he's not fully fit yet, I don't think, but that was a massive step on Tuesday night. He's nearly there, and some of the balls he played and some of the tackles he won, he got back and won tackle, and it's back to the old Ben Sheaf we know.
It's just wonderful to see him back. Now, before we go on to our next subject, I just want to bring this one up. Now, Mason Clark came on as a substitute, and it was after this happened to our lovely little Sakamoto. He had a real bad injury. You can see there later on in the interview with Ben Wilson, you'll hear what that injury looks like, which... glad I didn't see it, that's for sure. But Mark Robins said he has a deep cut on his thigh. He has stitches, and he's closed the wound, and he will be a doubt for the weekend. Hopefully he will be okay after that. So it was really bad. Now I'm going to ask the panel, just shout out, did anyone see it? Because I didn't see it.
Yeah, I sort of seen it. I don't think it was a foul. It was one of them 50-50 balls, and they just both went in hard on it. And he probably caught him, but I don't think it wasn't intentional. It wasn't a bad foul or anything like that. You know?
No, he was looking up when he did it, and he just trod on his knee. I don't think it was. But the one thing I would say, I feel so sad for Tats, is that we've been saying, has he been affected by the injury? Is he getting stuck in? Because he seemed to be playing a little bit more passive than when he first came in. Yeah. And Tuesday was the day that he really got stuck in, and he got that injury. I feel so, I hope it's not going to be another Jody Jones. I really do.
Yeah, because he was injured.
He's not getting a lot of luck, is he?
No.
He seemed to be back to himself. He was getting stuck in, wasn't he? And that's kind of how he got the injury.
Yeah. Now the player that came on to replace him was Mason Clark. I mean, Victoria, he did well, didn't he?
I thought that was his best performance on the right, because we obviously saw him at the Everton game, looked great, and then he spent a lot of time getting pushed onto the right since then, and he's looked a bit like he's struggling to work out that position. And but I thought he looked good. I thought that was his best. Like, he just had a bit of a better understanding, whether that was just time or just the players around him. Like you said, players like Sheaf just settle it down a bit, don't they? And I thought he had a. He's obviously learning. He's obviously having to get used to this level, and different things like that. So he's not the full package yet, is he? But I think you can see potential, and I like to see. I'd like to see him get some game time to build on that, really.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, he definitely deserves. Well, he will get more game time now, especially if he doesn't get picked for Saturday. Then there's something really wrong. But he deserves his start this weekend, doesn't he? Because obviously Sakamoto's out. Tavares isn't really getting a look in at the moment, so he definitely deserves a start, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And to be honest, I like him. He's very direct. When he gets the ball, he likes to run at players. It doesn't always work, but I really like him. I like what he provides for the team. And he got the assist for the Asante goal. So, yeah, for me, Mason Clark starts. With Sakamoto, though, I literally think it's a matter of stitching up his leg and waiting for that to heal. It was a stamp. I saw it on I mentioned earlier that I didn't go because I weren't very well. It was I'm not sure it was a stamp. It was accidental, but his studs have cut him. But they've gashed his leg, so it just looks like he's going to need probably stitch up and a little bit of rehabbing and wait for the wound to heal before he can play again. but I think it'll be weeks and not months.
Good. Well, I hope so. I hope he's back after the international break. Right, we get on to the next subject very, very soon. Before that, though, we got Spot the Ball. Here we go. Spot the Ball. Now, this is quite...
Oh, there's not many choices tonight.
You're giving us a chance there, Miles.
Yeah, not many choices tonight. So, Spot the Ball. This is against Blackburn at the on Tuesday, as you can see. They're in their colours there. So let's Spot the Ball. Get your guesses in, guys. It's obviously 1 to 10. Someone's going to say, well, you've got 2 10s down or something like that. Well, I hope I haven't. No, my luck, I have. That's my dyslexia. Right, so let's go for it then. Ken, give us a number.
Number 10, please.
Number 10. Okay, Paul.
I'm going to go 4.
Sometime tonight, Paul.
I said number 4.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. You cut off. Sorry, Paul. Sorry,
that's
mate.
all right.
Sorry.
Miles,
Yeah.
they all seem to be in the box. All of these are in the box more than Claudio's in the box.
Oh, they are as well. Yeah.
Just a little bit there for Claudio.
Chris, where do you think?
I'm gonna go for 1.
Ooh.
Number 1. Okay. And Victoria.
Number 3, please.
Number 3. Okay, excellent. So get your guesses in then, guys. If you're watching now, if you've just tuned in. Now, Ken, have we got any comments to go through?
Yeah, we've got loads of comments as normal. Gordon Tulliar missed a great match because I'm here in sunny Turkey, but if we can get home early for Saturday morning in time for the Wednesday game. So that's good. There we go. We all know that song, don't we? Ho, 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 he's magic, you know. Super Ben Wilson in goal. City's number 1 by far. That's from Assassin Unite. Thank you very much. We're probably going to hear that song a lot more now in the next few weeks. Wayne Vaughan. Evening, Wayne. Evening, a lot better performance. Yes, quite agree. I think the panel will agree as well. GLB Boxing. Evening all. I hope you're all well. Great to see hard-working team on Tuesday. And for me, the best we've played this season. Wow. It's certainly up there. It's certainly up there. Mark Cunningham. Hi all, much better display, but still work to do. Yeah, there's a long way to go, Mark. Quite agree.
Yeah.
Mick Davenport, evening all. Nice to have 3 points in the bag. Paul Cutterford, good evening, Paul. Mark Robbins back to his old self, but there have been a clearing of the air far, far better on Tuesday. Yeah, as we say, there must have been a few words said after that Leeds game because they were absolutely awful. And it was a fantastic performance considering the way they played a few days earlier. Glenn from the Sky Blue Hub, Sky Blue Army. Evening, Glenn. Keely Serti. Evening, all great to see 3 points on Tuesday night. Glenn from the Sky Blue Hub again. Leeds were rock bottom. Leeds was rock bottom, sorry. The only way is up. Correct. There's a song in there somewhere, isn't there? After Tuesday's win. Assassin United, same 11, no doubt. Well, yeah, to be honest, you'd be disappointed if anybody got dropped. I think the players would be if they got dropped for Saturday. So, yeah, I agree there. Sky Blue Heaven 87, good evening, Sky Blue Heaven 87. We played like a wounded animal after the Leeds game. That's correct, we did. We came out fighting. Mark Packman, hi guys, great response from the team. Fabulous PUSB. Graham Cockrell, good evening to everybody. Good evening, Graham. Doug Bolam, evening all. Hadji Wright has only turned up twice this season in the league, and we've won both games. Take note, Miles. Take note.
Oh, yeah, because I say... But hold on, can I defend myself on that?
On that
was
one,
a deflected goal, though, Dougie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Deflected.
probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Assassins United, superb performance. They played for the chairman, the manager, themselves, and the fans. Long may it continue. Well, let's hope so. Finn, can we now stop the silly talk about Robbins out? A few more wins and we're back in the race. PUSB. And Anne Joyner, good evening, Anne. Hope you're well. Evening, Fabulous people. Wow, what a fantastic performance. Much better, much needed win on Tuesday night. Someone's shoved a rocket up their backsides. Great to see Keith back to his best. And that showed in the team performance. Correct. Pauline Hughes. Good evening, Pauline.
My mother. That's my mum.
Paul's
Good
mum,
evening.
yeah.
She's going to Preston.
He's behaving himself.
Yeah.
So Pauline. Just keep
I
an
think we have to keep an eye on her. I think we have to keep an eye on her, don't we? From
yeah, well, I'm taking. She's going to the game on Saturday with me to the Mayo Lounge for her 85th. So happy birthday, Mum.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Pauline.
Happy birthday.
All travel advice. BTA, absolutely immense on Tuesday. Set the tone with the energy, the press. Hadji Wright was brilliant as well. Tavares back in the squad Saturday. On the bench with Tats out, possibly. Yeah. Saturday night, hit the like, everyone. Yes. Hit the like. Correct. Graham Cockrell, so many people said Bidwell was not up to it. It's nice to see you prove them wrong. Yeah. I mean, Bidwell, for me, has been fantastic this season. He never lets you down. You know, I mean, and on Tuesday night, he was fantastic. Ralph Wiggins, good evening, Ralph. Hi, folks. PUSB, that's more like it. Doug Boehm, BTA was man of the match for me by a long way. Okay. Mark Cunningham, my only concern is giving the ball away again. We did that on a couple of occasions, didn't we? But I thought we were far better, weren't we?
Oh God,
yeah.
Far better.
Way better. Well, let's get on to our next. Let's get on to our next topic then. Asante. So his movements, his created space, though maybe I don't know about you guys. We'll come to you individually. To get more out of him, he probably needs just a little bit more. What's the word? More precise passing, more accurate passing to influence, to make him influence the game a little bit more. I mean, what do you think, Paul?
Yeah, I think that's said throughout the team actually. Our accuracy in playing the ball, we have a tendency to pass behind people or play to them, which makes them a bit more static rather than play it in front of them. And when we do play it in front of them, did you see the Hadji Wright pass to Milan? He hit it so hard. I know Milan's quick, but he ain't catching that. But you know, it's I think, but that comes with confidence. And I was so pleased with the improvement. And I think, yeah, he will get better. He will get better with confidence. And it was lovely to see Robbins give him a big hug. And you know, when he came off, I was just say I think he will improve. They will all improve. They're good players. God, I'm sounding like Robbins here. I just recognised I got my mum's age wrong. My sister's just came in. And she's 84. So sorry, Mum. God, blimey, eh? It's my family are say they're marking my homework here.
Vicky, I mean, when it comes to Asante, he is going to need a lot more support from the team. And also another thing that I would like to see for him is when he does the press, everybody else does the press.
Yeah,
that's
important,
working his favor. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's interesting actually what Paul said earlier about the West Brom fans that he know who said that he wouldn't put the effort in. That's different to the West Brom fans that I know who all said that what he would do was run a lot, but he wasn't a finished article in relation to sort of finishing and sort of creating chances. And so I think he seems, I mean, that fits really what he's been doing since he's in here. He'll win a lot for us, and hopefully over the time he'll develop into a more rounded player. But that effort just drives everyone forward, doesn't it?
Oh, I think the guy's infectious. I mean, when you saw him being interviewed, he's such a lovely bloke. You couldn't help but he's humble. You know, I thought he was very eloquent the way he spoke, and you just thought, what a great bloke. Yeah, you'd see him in your team, and you'd think, yeah, we got a chance here. Yeah. So I really did. I'm really impressed. I'm impressed with him. I really am.
Yeah, and I mean, so So if he isn't the finished article, do you think Mark Robins can work with him? I seen Mark working with Bissett the other day on a video. He was having chats with Bissett. Do you think he's obviously working with all of them in the same sort of one-to-one sort of situation? Do you think that Asante could start to become more clinical like Victor did?
Yeah, I think so. I think that probably helps us attract those sorts of strikers that have got potential, and they've seen other strikers come here and get better. And so that probably helped with the move here. That he could probably see that he can work with Mark and learn from him and become a better striker. And that benefits him and it benefits us, and everyone's happy, aren't they? So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll come to you, Ken. I mean, there's a lot of competition now for that striker's role. I mean, Asante did play well on Tuesday, but there is a lot of competition. And if Sims and Bissett and Tavares need to get into that team, they're going to have to really up the game to match that performance, aren't they?
Oh yeah, definitely. And hopefully they were watching and they've got to up the game. Simple as that. And I think the man in the shirt has got to be the one that's got it at the moment. Has got to stay in there, and it's up to the other people to up their game and try and take it back off him. And that's what it's all about. It's all about competition, isn't it? For places, keeps everybody on their toes, and I think that will probably bring the best out in the others as well. So it'd be good. It'd be good to it's all about consistency. So it's all right having one good game, like he did on Tuesday. He had a good game, so that's hopefully he can do that on Saturday and show he is in a bit of form. So, and then hopefully that will put a bit of a rocket up the rest of them.
Yeah. Now we keep losing Chris. I think he keeps dropping in and out. So we'll get his opinion in a minute. While we're waiting for Chris, let's do spot the ball again. Here we go. Spot the ball. Get your guesses in, guys. Let's get your guesses in where you think it is. Ken's gone for number 10. Paul's gone for number 4. Chris has gone for number 1. Victoria's gone for number 3. And this is a picture of the Sky Blues attacking the Blackburn goal, and with 10 numbers on the screen. So if you want to have a little go, please do get your guesses in. Chris has vanished, unfortunately. So we'll get.
But Miles, may I just ask? One player I do feel sorry for, and I don't know really what he's done, is Binks. I think he's in some of the poorer performances. I think Binks has acquitted himself really well. Whether he's finding it difficult, Robins is finding it difficult to slot him in, I don't know. But I thought he was, in some of the poorer performances, he's been the standout player. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I agree there. I think Binks has been. He's been okay this season. He hasn't been by far. He's not been the worst, and I think he can count himself a little bit unlucky to be out of the team at the moment.
Definitely.
I like Binks. I think he's a good player.
Yeah, I'm the same. So have we got Chris back? Chris, are you back?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know what. I've been working from home all day, absolutely fine, and then all of a sudden, what's going on?
Don't worry, Chris. Don't worry. Now listen, we were talking about Asante. What's he got to do on Saturday? What sort of performance has he got to put in? If he starts again, because we know what happened after the Tottenham game. So I mean, what do you reckon? What's he got to do?
I heard obviously the stuff coming through earlier where people saying on the comments, "Oh, we need to keep the same 11." We did that after Spurs and it backfired. So I would be. That's not me saying we shouldn't go with the same 11, but maybe that's food for thought. And I think that might be a reason why we end up seeing Sims start on Saturday. But he just needs to do, whenever he's on the pitch, he just needs to do what he did Tuesday night. Even if it's not falling from, it's not working, just keep running, just keep closing down. The chances will come. And you keep taking the chances when they come. Eventually, you will be the starter every week. And it will then be up to Sims to raise his level up to get Asante back out of the team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm well. Do you know what? I'm not going to get too excited because I know I got too excited after the Spurs game, so I'm not getting me too excited this time. Plus, I'm DJing down at the brewery from 10 a.m. all the way through to the evening. So we better turn up this week for me. It's just going to be a long day. There is one thing I just want to pull up before we get on to our next subject as well, after we've had some more comments. There is a passing of Andy Cogley just before the Leeds game. In the early hours of the morning last Saturday, suddenly passed away. And he's been a Sky Blues fan for 40 years, and they want all the fans on Saturday on the 50th minute. I think it's on the 50th minute, isn't it? Yeah. It is. There it is. So I'm getting reading behind myself. If they could all give a nice round of applause on the 50th minute against Sheffield Wednesday this Saturday, as he turned 50 in March this year. And unfortunately, he passed away. And he was a founder member of the East Midlands Supporters Club. And Mark Harrington and everyone knew him very, very well. So our hearts and everything, thoughts go out to all his family. And we do hope that you are trying to keep strong, and we'll hopefully give him a nice round of applause on the 50th minute on Saturday for you all. So there you go. I just wanted to put that one out there this evening, if that's all right with you guys. So let's get some comments then, Ken.
Yeah, let's have a look. Chris TSC, how long is Sakamoto out for? Well, we reckon probably a couple of weeks. Shouldn't be any more, should it? Hopefully.
Yeah. I think that's what Mark wants. Yeah.
Soft tissue, isn't it? So it should be okay.
Yeah. Marshall Little, same 11. I think Sakamoto is brilliant, but has maybe lost a bit of confidence after the back injury. He looked like his leg had been done like a David Boost. Oh, God, I remember that. I was there. MC did a great job. The players need to be gritty and more Jake. Okay. Sky Blue Heaven 87. We played like a wounded animal after the Leeds game. Yeah, I think we've seen that. We had that. I think we sent it in twice. Wayne Littlewood. Good evening, Wayne. Evening all. What a difference a few days make. Such a better performance with fight and determination. One negative, still a little ropey at the back, but a great 3 points. Yeah, I quite agree.
Yeah.
Claudio's come on. Good evening, Claudio.
He's meant to be at bloody Leamington.
I reckon he's watching it secretly. He's in the crowd and he's watching us as well. Good evening, Claudia. There's no way Paul Hughes is wearing an old 78 shirt. Yes, he is.
It's a new one. It's not my original. I couldn't get in that. Goodness me, no.
It must be a new one, which is right. Great display on Tuesday. It wasn't perfect, but compared to the previous two matches, it was way better than I expected. Even though I did predict 3-0. Did he? Did he predict
I knew he was going to say that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but I thought he meant 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought as well.
Yeah, the way he was saying it. Graham Cockrell, the team has picked itself for Saturday's game. Thomas-Asante, what a great player. Well, he was a great player. He's a great player on Tuesday. Let's hope he keeps it up. It's all about, as I said earlier, it's all about being consistent and showing your form week in, week out. Wayne Littlewood, how much better does the panel look without Claudio?
Oh.
Well, the age range has gone down, I think. Yeah, it does look a lot better, actually, looking up. Everybody. Ralph Wiggins, I agree with you, Paul, about Kitchen and Thomas. They keep giving you heart failure. They do. They tend to play a few dodgy balls, don't they, now and again?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about Kitchen at the moment, but, you know, I expected him to be a lot better. The money we paid for him, I expected him to be a lot better than he has. But we'll see. Claudia's come back and he's laughing, obviously. Lee Dan, hi guys. Told you we'd come good. Never underestimate the mighty Sky Blues. Roll on Saturday. Yes, roll on, Lee. Graham Cockrell, Jack Madoney has come of age. Yeah, let me tell you about Jack Madoney. He was fantastic on Tuesday. But where was he on Saturday? I know he had players marking him. He wasn't in the game at all.
Yeah, as we mentioned though on Sunday, he couldn't get in from how I was watching it. He literally could not get into that game on Saturday. He was being man marked out of it. He had every time he got the ball, there was 3 players on him. Where I think Tuesday night, it goes to the formation, doesn't it? And the formation helped him out.
Well, it suited him a lot better.
Yeah, because Ben Sheaf was getting hold of it. He was able to stay forward a little bit more. So Ben Sheaf was doing a lot of that, more of a holding role, which was creating more space for Rodoni to be able to do a little bit more with it. Because Blackburn were worried about Sheaf. They were worried about that midfield because he was back, and it gave them a lot more to worry about. Plus, Hadji Wright was on fire. Plus, Mason Clark, when he came on, was on good form, and Asante was on good form. And if they're putting the press and the pace on, that's going to free up Rodoni. It's going to give him that space, because their players, the opposition players, have got to mark those 3 up front because they can't cope with the pace. So that frees up space for that space for Rodoni. Where against Leeds,
sorry, Miles, I was just going to say the other thing with that. Sorry, Miles, I was just building on the point. Also within that, there's a lot of dirty work. So I'm going to describe it that Eccles did.
Yeah,
it's not as flash. It's not as pleasing on the eye. It's not, but he did an awful lot of breaking up the play and just getting stuck in and just being in their faces. And I think the confidence of having Sheaf there and Rodoni up playing the number 10 allows Eccles to do that. Sometimes a lot of his work goes unseen, and that it means a lot because he gets himself about. And I've warmed to Eccles. I must admit, I was a bit doubtful. So I was just sorry to back that up.
that's all right.
Not to forget Eccles. He did break up a lot of play.
No, but I mean, you knew how well that you're on about Rodoni, the space. You knew how well the team was playing because Cantwell was losing his rag. You could see it. Cantwell was losing it.
Well, they took him off in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, he pushed Ben Wilson over for no reason at all. He was losing his rag because Ben Sheaf and Eccles were more dominant in the middle, which then it helped Rodoni. And I'm glad you said that about Eccles, because Eccles is a much better player alongside Ben Sheaf.
Definitely.
Much better player.
He's improved a lot though, hasn't he?
A hell of a lot. Yeah, hell of a lot. He's come on.
I think he's Wayne's new favourite player now, isn't he?
Well, you never know. Wayne might change his mind. He has been known to let's have a look at a few more comments.
Where is he tonight? Where is he? He's not on.
He has made a comment. Yeah, look, he's the one that said about Claudio. Look.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, Wayne.
He is watching. Now here's another Wayne. Wayne Vaughan. Not sure what Binks has done wrong. He starts ahead of Kitchen for me.
He
really?
does for me as well. Yeah.
You think everybody? So I'd probably agree with that. I'd prefer Binks in there than Kitchen. Yeah. I'd be much more happier. But whether he does or not,
that first half, I wasn't sure Kitchen was playing defence for us or up front for Blackburn, to be honest.
That ball pinged across the face of the box. It was like, oh my God.
The Blackburn fans said that. They said how rubbish we win. The only decent chances we had, Cov created for us. And that was like,
Brilliant.
Doug Bowen, good evening, Doug. I agree, Wayne. He's agreeing there with about Binks. Graham Cockrell, Claudio, we miss you. Your ugly face.
Oh.
Mark Cunningham also agrees with Wayne about Binks. Adam Shaw. Now, Kitchen and Thomas work so well together. Kitchen's good at blocking and coming out at defenders to give the attackers less time on the ball, while Thomas is good at covering. Kitchen's got a leader's mentality. Well, maybe he has, but he just gives the ball away too easy and too much. That's his problem. I think it's concentration with him or something. I don't know what it is, but he just some of his passing is awful. But he's obviously a good player in there somewhere, but he still needs to work a little bit more, I think, on that. Certainly his passing. Trevor Merriman, good evening, Trevor. We're not a possession team. Prove that now. We are best when we press and hit other teams on the break. Yes, I quite agree.
Love that comment.
Yeah, with the amount of pace we've got in the team, we can play like that.
Yeah.
Ken, I was just going to say that, there's a couple of times, we talk about Kitchen and Thomas.
Yeah.
Milan, it's like he's almost playing like a right winger sometimes. I know, and it's brilliant when he does it, but I felt we were exposed and Blackburn weren't good enough to take advantage of it. But quite a few times they seem to have a man over in that and Milan was trying to get back. I don't know what you guys thought of that. That seemed to give me the collywobbles quite a few times. Is that sort of Milan had committed going forward and
goes forward a lot more.
He sometimes forgets to be a fullback sometimes, or wing back, whatever the proper title is now.
I'll probably get slated for what I'm about to say. You say
never
about
stopped you before, Miles.
You say about I still don't think he is 100% fit. I think there's something wrong with him. I think he doesn't look the same player since Oxford. He looks. I think he's got a bit of an injury somewhere, and we're not being told. And the reason we're not being told because Mark Robbins doesn't want to give anything away. Plus, we haven't got any cover there. Only if we played Torp in place of Eccles and played Eccles at right back, because Latabodier is not a right back. So you can't. That's no cover. So I think that's the reason why Milan's not getting back as quick. I think he's got a bit of a knock somewhere and we don't know about it. I don't know if it's true. It just looks that way from the stands and highlights and stuff. He doesn't look right. He really doesn't. And did you notice after the game he didn't do the lap around the pitch. He went straight down to the changing rooms.
I think with him, for me, there is definitely a massive difference from when he was playing so brilliantly last season to the Milan we're seeing now. And that's not to say he's being woeful or he's being bad, but he's not as effective as what he was. And there's more mistakes in his game. So there's definitely an issue there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it also comes down to recruitment. If he has got a knock and we can't drop him because we haven't got a replacement, it comes down to whoever's doing the recruitment leaving us short in areas again and overloading in other areas. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But do you think though, Chris? Do you think the reason we haven't got those areas is because there isn't the right player out there for us? And I know people have mentioned Matty James from midfield and all this. I'm not being funny. He's not what we want. He's not what we want. He's not what we are about. So do you think that's the reason why we haven't filled those gaps, because there hasn't really been the players out there?
Possibly, but going back to the Matty James thing, just using him as an example, we need, especially after Palmer went, we were desperate for a central midfielder, and he might not fit the proverbial profile that we're looking for right now, but we're not signing him to a 2-3 year contract. You get him on a contract to the end of the season, so it's at least numbers in your door and you've got cover if something goes wrong and you're not left short. With that said then, like the lad said the other night, if they're not willing to do that, surely there's some youngster sat in some Premier League academy somewhere who could be a good deputy and learn off these players and come in on loan, but he doesn't want to use the loan market. But you might be right in terms of permanent signings. The right players might not be there for us and he doesn't want to waste money on numbers. So, I can sort of see that.
Matty James is on big money, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but
he's not on any money at the minute.
Well, that's true. But these expectation would be, a lot of money.
I'd like to put this comment up, Ken. Sorry for interrupting you doing your comments. Dawn's come in. She says, when Milan left at the end of the game, he was holding his stomach, so not sure if he has an injury or if he just needed the toilet.
He probably needed a toilet. That's why he went straight off the pitch.
He probably needed a poo.
Nearly did a Gary Lineker.
That's what I thought on Tuesday night. Yeah.
If he's gliding along the pitch on Saturday, looks like he's floating across at speed. We know why, doesn't he? He's so like that.
Now we'll get on to our next subject very soon. We'll get some more comments as well. Before we do, if you need to get your car parking booked for Saturday's game and you can't get into the arena, you don't pay. Say that again, sorry. Victoria?
Oh, sorry, what?
Which car park are you in?
Oh, sorry. You cut out, so I didn't hear what you said. It was I'm at the Wright Lane School one.
And how's that for you?
Fab. Just walk
Good.
walk straight down Burbage's Lane into the ground. Walk up after the game, and can drive away without getting stuck in any of the road closure. So it's perfect.
Brilliant. Excellent stuff. So if you want your parking, head over to coventryparking.co.uk. Also, if you want travel to Preston, there you go. Head over again to ccfctravel.co.uk and you can book your coaches there to get yourselves up to Preston or any other game, away game that you want to go to. There's amazing travel there for you as well. So you can head over to that website there and get your tickets booked.
May I just say something on that on Preston, by the way? The Hughes posse are going, but I was project manager on the stand from where you are, from the left-hand side. So just a bit of my handiwork there when I was at Burst Stadia as a project manager. So there you go. What can I say?
Is that why?
That's the stand that's falling down.
Yeah, didn't bring us much luck either, did it?
Yeah, sorry about that, mate. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I did Barnsley as well.
Is that why the boxes never got finished and that then? Because you couldn't be bothered?
That'll be me. Yes. I'm good at starting a job, but I can't finish it.
You should have put an old cov top in the foundations.
Yeah, like the Celtic one where they put Rangers scarves in the toilets. And
Brilliant. Here's Spot the Ball again. Get your guesses in, guys. Have a go at Spot the Ball. Get your guesses in. See where you think the ball is. Have a little guess there. Numbers 1 to 10. It's Blackburn Rovers from the Tuesday. I was going to say weekend, man. Tuesday night. Coventry City attacking to our left. And there is numbers 1 to 10. And the guys have picked number 10 for Ken, 4 for Paul, 1 for Chris, and 3 for Victoria. Right, let's get some more comments then, Ken.
Okay, more comments coming in. Let's have a look. Glenn Watkin, you don't keep that amount of clean sheets that Wilson has without being a bad keeper. Blackburn must be sick of seeing him, of course. Yeah, but he scored against Blackburn, didn't he? On that dramatic night up at Ewood Park.
What a night.
Yeah. Finn. Yeah, he did get us in at that point. It was very important. Finn, should Sal Collins now? Wilson is our number 1. Marshall Liddy, was your fans' house that 36 hours after more Bender happened at the Godden talked about, Miles? Oh, right. I don't know.
Was that?
Was yours the fans' house that the 36-hour after the Middlesbrough Bender happened that the Godden talked about, Miles?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
You'd never know your house or not, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
Maybe. You never know. Saturday night, Dovin is a good prospect, but he's clearly not quite ready yet. Let him learn the English game from the sidelines. He'll come again in the future. Wilson for now, obviously.
Don't be called up for Sweden under 21s.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wayne's Littlewood's come back on. We need a petition, Graham, to keep him off. He's a prawn sandwich man now, and that is below him. He's on about Claudio. Yeah, get him off, get him off, get him off.
I tell you, he's in the box more than Haji Wright.
Chris, get back in your box. Wilson should have saved it. He's calling you a clown.
No, Claudio thinks he should have held it. Not that he should have saved it. Claudio thought he should have held it.
I'm not so sure. Yeah, he's a difficult shot.
No,
They
they absolutely flew at him.
The pace that ball's gone at him from the edge of the 18-yard.
Yeah,
I don't imagine many I know it's going straight at him, but it's veering off. And he does get. I would argue on the other side of this, he does well to even get a hand to it.
Yeah.
So
how dodgy was the Blackburn keeper for Asante's goal?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Here's a question for you all. Quinton Cartwright says, is Wilson in his last year of his contract? I think he is. Do you think he'll get a new deal?
He's got to get a new deal. He has to.
He has to for me, because at the moment we've tried to replace him 2 years in a row now, and both times we've had to go back to him for whatever reason.
Yeah.
One thing I think with Wilson is his character around the place. He's one of these infectious characters that's always smiling. I mean, when Cantwell pushed him over, he just laughed at him. I mean, it's just that kind of, just winds up. I just think he was brilliant.
He is, and he was great in that interview. Up in the lounges, he won man of the match, and we'll see that interview in just a minute. He was brilliant because he was one.
While we're talking about,
he was having a great laugh with the crowd up in the lounges. And,
he's just a leader. He's a leader.
Yeah. So, okay. Trevor Merriman, Bidders crosses are on fire. Yeah, quite agree. Finn, we need a good Trevor Peake or Kill Klein. I need to ditch this no loan player policy fast. Yeah, it amazes me that we haven't got a loan player, to be honest. That's what the loan market's there for. It's there for emergencies, isn't it? And we're in an emergency situation, I think, when we needed a midfield cover. So why not use it? That's what it's there for. So to have a policy like no loan players is ridiculous, I think.
Well, Ken, Sheaf's going to get injured again.
Yeah, he is.
We know when experience teaches us that. What are we going to do? We're all going to sort of park the bus until Sheaf comes back. I mean, you can see how instrumental he is. It's a brilliant strength of our squad, and I know it's a squad game, but it's also the weakness of our squad.
Yeah.
And
as Claudia pointed out last time, all the loan players that we bought loads of loan players in, and a lot of them ended up signing for us, didn't they? They're that good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players, we named that came on loan and ended up signing permanently. So
absolutely.
So it does work. It does work. It proves it does work. Danny Drury, hi you guys. How are we all? Yes, fine. Thank you, Danny. Craig Robinson from Sky Blues Forum. Good evening, Craig. What a difference in the performance from the Leeds Swansea games. Could tell by the unseen footage going around each before pushing each other on in the gaffer we trust. Yeah, quite agree. Sasha United, Super Ben Wilson in goal. Danny Drury, nice win the other night, PUSB. Finn, Asante has great movement off the ball. He has. He's a good player, and he's just, I say, it's confidence as well, isn't it? Confidence in players is a main thing as well. And if you're playing well, you've got confidence. For me, he's got to stay in the team at the moment, anyway.
Definitely.
Graham Cockrell. The only problem was some of the passing in our own half. Yeah, I quite agree. Some of the passing did go astray a little bit, but that will get better. I think when you allow for that. If you win 3-0, you've got to allow for some mistakes along the way. Mark Cunningham, Ben Sheaf, captain, fantastic. Where's Sky Blue? Still not a fan of Mason Clark. Hope he comes good, but for me, he looks lazy. A lot of them look lazy last Saturday against Leeds, believe me. He weren't the only one. There's quite a few we could name, but there you go. West Sky Blue again. It was an accident, 100%. I think he's on about the tackle.
Yeah.
Sakamoto. Doug Bowen, if she stays fit and Eccles keeps playing like the way he has been, all of a sudden our midfield doesn't look too bad. But then again, as you say, Paul, you're going to get people suspended. Yeah. There's going to be suspensions along the way. Yellow cards are being picked up, and you're going to get more injuries, aren't you? So you've got to.
Well, so far, Chiefs had 2 injury layoffs, hasn't he, every season?
Yeah.
And he's had this one very early. That's the worry, isn't it? That.
Yeah. That's the trouble. Yeah.
Sheaf has come across a little bit like I think Wayne put on a forum that he's like made of glass at the minute because he just seems to get injured.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's behind him now. But.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so.
Mark R, for such a deep cut in Tat's knee, there wasn't much blood, thankfully. Yeah. No, there wasn't much blood, was there? Cameron De Rossi, MC needs to stop dribbling. Yeah, Marshall Little. Saw it on Sky. It was 50-50, and the player foot could only go down and not avoid. I think Sakamoto can only be used against lighter teams, as is amazing, but just not that physical. Yeah, so I'll probably agree with that. The physical teams, he seems to go missing a little bit, doesn't he? Which is proved the point. Which is on Saturday, I think Sheffield Wednesday are a bit physical, aren't they? So it was probably a good idea not to play anyway on Saturday. I know he's going to miss it anyway, but I think Sheffield Wednesday are that sort of team. They're a bit more physical, aren't they? West Sky Blue, sorry, he was not excellent at all. He looks slow and sluggish. Who's he on about there?
I don't know.
Efron.
Oh, Efron.
Yeah. Efron.
Yeah.
He's not a fan.
No.
I had a question mark against him, but then he put 2 or 3 excellent balls in. So what he does well, and we've just got to hope he improves. I think that's.
I think what people need to remember with him as well, he's going to step up from what he's used to. It's going to take time to find his feet. I know a lot of people don't like the whole need time, jollying excuses, but like anyone coming from a different country, he's going to need time to adjust to that step up. And I don't think he's done too badly so far, if I'm honest.
No.
And he is being played out of position a lot on the right, isn't he?
Yes,
he's
a left winger.
He's the left. Yeah,
he's naturally on the left. Yeah, so he's pretty good. Right, so let's have a little look at this interview then, shall we? Ben Wilson having his interview. Sit back, enjoy, and we'll see you in a minute.
Boys and girls, thank you for your patience. Please put your hands together for our man of the match, Mr. Ben Wilson. Brilliant, isn't it brilliant? He's saying he'll get shy. Do you think he'll get shy? No. I don't think so. Right, Ben, 2 great things. One, we scored 3 goals, and 2, you keep a clean sheet.
No, it wasn't with a clean sheet, but overall, tonight we got 3 points, and the lads went out and stuck to the jobs and worked hard for one another, and that's what we've been asking all season. And like you say, we press from the front now, and it just hasn't quite clicked in the games we've played so far. But tonight, everything went to plan, and like you say, it just shows when everything does happen, everyone works hard for one another, you get the positive results, and to go and win a game 3-0 against a team that's unbeaten is absolutely fantastic.
Just a little bit, we need all this. And it's great that Bidwell scored. I mean, he's such a great lad, isn't he?
Buzzing. I just took the piss out of him in the change room there. Pre-celebration, I think he was a bit like, I don't know, looking over. But honestly, I was absolutely buzzing for him.
Are you going to argue with him?
No, never.
You can swear in front of him, he's got a stone eye with the top on.
Yeah, he'll start, yeah. No, I'm so proud of Bidwell. Like, he works hard, honestly, he's the most professional guy at the club. I think his stats is the 3rd most all-time assists maker in the championship all-time. I think, don't quote me on that.
Did he tell you that?
But he's told me that. But like, we always want Bidwell to score a goal, and tonight he did. And I think I'd set the example from the start of the game, getting an early finish, scoring from a set play, which we worked on, and that was going to be one of our threats tonight. And so obviously the coaching staff can take a little bit of a round of applause for that. But no, Bidwell, I'm absolutely buzzing with Bidwell. Like.
Now, even though there was no Sky cameras there, you did go down injured. But You're listening. But yeah, brilliant reflex save, reaction save, and then you had to reclaim it again. And it's dangerous because you're sort of diving out. So you took a knock then. And then you took a further knock on the second half when the ball got played short. I think it might be Bidders, we might not say that. And then, the other way around, sorry, yeah. But, and then you got a whack. It seemed to you get a bit of a whack. Was that the case?
No, I did. I wasn't actually joking this time. I got a hell of a dead calf. It's absolutely killing me. I know I've got the skinniest legs in the world, but it is actually hurting. And the goalkeeper coach has just pulled me there saying, I'm going to keep you off your feet on Thursday when we're back in. I'm going, no chance, how it? Got another clean sheet to keep on Saturday, so... but no, I do love the attention. I do love everything being about me. I was actually hurting a little bit. And obviously a lot of it is to waste time, but tonight I was hurt.
I don't think it's wasting time. I think it's called game management nowadays. Game management. But and poor old Tat's got a nasty one, but it could have been a lot worse, I think.
Yeah, I think obviously the way Milan reacted over the top of him was like, I thought, oh, bloody hell, the ball must be popping out his leg here. But luckily, he's got a little bit of a gash in his leg, and obviously you can see right into the bloody muscle. But a few stitches and a few days off his feet should hopefully he's a strong chap. And he'll be Japanese guy. So he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
And finally, the manager, he must be happy, you know, as I say, with scoring 3 goals, because we've had lots of chances in matches and not really, you know, put the game to bed. So the 3 goals, and then you getting a clean sheet as well. So he must have been buzzing at the end.
No, he was. And credit to him, like he stuck to his guns. He changed the team again, but we've been working on the same thing since the start of the season, since pre-season. And look, we've performed averagely, we've performed well, but tonight everything just was ticked off. And I think after the weekend, obviously people weren't really expecting much coming against a team that's unbeaten. But we knew as lads and a group of lads that as long as we stick together and say manage the game properly, we were going to get a good result, and to score early and then to score another 2 after that, it was just absolutely fantastic. I think you just seen the confidence grow and grow. We didn't play the prettiest of football tonight, but you've got to play what's in front of you, and that means playing really long balls and breaking the lines. Like you've got to do it. You just got to find a way to win. And tonight, everyone all over the pitch, even the subs that came on, stuck to the jobs, and we got the result in the end.
Please put your hands together for our man of the match, Mr. Ben Wilson.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Watch that on Sunday when Ken sent it over. So absolutely superb. Sorry if I've vanished. I just went to get myself a refreshment. But I think, Chris, we'll come to you about that interview. He's ace, isn't he?
He is. That's brilliant. Such a character. You know, they seem to all be characters from up the northeast, though, don't they? That's where Gaza is from. But, yeah, he's definitely one with the banter is Ben. So, hilarious.
Superb. And Paul, I mean, you can't drop him, can you?
No. It's. I'll just like to say he's a Mackham, so be careful about saying he's from Geordie. I worked up there once. I got that wrong, and it was pointed out to me very, very clearly. I called somebody from Sunderland a Geordie. They explained it to me very clearly. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I just think it's that character and that strength, and also I think. You need that outspokenness, and you know, Oggy was the same. All our good keepers, Gobby, you know, they've got to have that, and I think he's got the character that people will listen to him as well, which at the moment Doe hasn't got. He's a younger guy, and he'll develop. But you know, I'd have him in every week because I think the bloke's class. I really do.
I agree.
You know, just character as well. It's infectious, and wasn't it great to say, because we did play. I was just going to say how ponderous we were on the ball in these. And we talked about Bobby Thomas's distribution. Actually, we weren't afraid against Blackburn to actually go long occasionally. because you've got the pace of the Asante and that. And I think we're a bit too much to you, like the Chuckle Brothers at the back. And by that time, the opposition has got him. They've got back into their shape where the Asante pulling all over the place and the occasional long ball. We caused them problems. There was a different approach, you know.
Yeah, and Ken, thanks for the video, mate, because it's absolutely superb. Love it when you send these across. But I mean, he lights up the room when he walks in, doesn't he?
He does. We have to wait a while for him, by the way, to come up because we were all still up there like about 10:30 before he appeared. But yeah, he does. He's a character, isn't he? And to be honest, it could have been a few contenders for man of the match on Tuesday. He weren't the only one. There was a few put good performances in, as we all know. I thought Bidwell had a good chance of being it. And we didn't know who was the man of the match until he come up, really. Because people were saying, "Oh, who is it? It could be Bidwell," and then we heard it was like Ben Wilson. I thought, "Oh, well, okay, fair enough." So yeah, so there could have been a few contenders, but yeah, he's a character and he certainly deserves his place in goal at the moment, I think.
Also, Ken, sorry to talk about that, but the thing with Bidwell as well. Did you notice we were getting so many more crosses into the box?
Yeah,
we didn't seem to. Again, to me, to you. Sorry about this. And I've got the Chuckle Brother. I'm channeling the Chuckle Brothers now. But it is. We were more decisive, and I think the stats said. I think it was we'd got more crosses into the box than any other game we'd played this season, and it causes problems.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And
sometimes this game's quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's nice to see Bedges get up there and score, wasn't he? He's not been up there that often, has he? To get his head on. But it was a good header, good goal.
It was a cracking header.
Victoria, that interview is just great. I mean, we've met him a few times down the tavern and stuff. I mean, he's just brilliant, isn't he?
He's just a character, isn't he? And he's funny, and like the best of the guys have said, it's infectious. And players like that are just good to have around the club, aren't they? I think. I mean, there's been a lot of talk in recent weeks about sort of experience and who's in the dressing room and things like that. But there are players like Wilson and Bidwell who can do that job and show some experience and guide the younger players through. And so, yeah, I'm a big fan of Wilson.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, let's get on to our last subject then before we talk about Sheffield Wednesday and before we do our clip from Mr. View Sky. Now, Will Robbins, this is just straight simple. Will Robbins keep the same team Saturday? Is it a yes or a no? We'll come to you, Ken.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to go yes.
Without doubt.
Same team. Okay. Paul.
No.
Oh.
No. Okay.
No.
What do you think he's going to change, Paul?
I think he might change at the back.
Right.
And I think he might put Sims in.
Ooh. Okay. Sims and change the back. Okay. Chris.
I agree with Paul. I think he won't keep the same 11. Although, for me, I think Asante starts. I think it'll be Binks in for Kitchen.
Okay, Binks for Kitchen. So I'm making a note because if we'll say if you're right or wrong on Sunday night. Victoria.
Oh, it's always hard with Robbins, isn't it? He likes a curveball. I think he should stick to the same 11. But whether he will, I was going to say yes. I'll say yes, he will.
Okay, he will. Okay. I think he won't.
Why?
I'm going to go the same as Chris.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he'll stay with the same front three. He'll stay with the same midfield, but I think he will play Binks. But if Milan's not well after running off the other night, and as I said, I think he's struggling a little bit, then he'll probably bring Latabodier in to cover for him at right back. That's what I think. So, I think he might just tweak it a little bit because Binks is going to be oh, he's going to be so frustrated he's on the bench. So, Wayne's just privately messaged me, right? And he went, "You can't play the same 11, Tats is out." Yes, I know. But if you remember what I said at the beginning of the show, Wayne, Willie's playing the same 11 as was on the pitch after Sakamoto's injury. Unbelievable. Yes, I did. So it shows how much they listen. They don't listen. He does need to listen. He's just privately messaging me. He says, "You can't do that. Tats is out." Yeah, we know Tats is out. Yeah, that's how I see it. But
Miles, the reason I was saying about Sims is that Wednesday are quite physical, and I think he'll want to have Asante perhaps as a second half impact after 60 minutes, something like that. That's why I'm. But knowing that, he'll probably play Tavares and Andrews. So who knows?
but this is great because this has started the conversation off. So wouldn't you want him, though, to kill it off in the first 60 minutes than rather bring him on to chase the game? Go on, Paul.
It might be, but this is Robbins we're talking about, so I'm going on a bit of past. It's a bit like Wrexham. We should have had a really good team out to begin with, and then rested players. So it's the same sort of scenario, but I don't think that's how Robbins does it. So
careful, Paul. Certain fans on the forum don't like Robbins being criticised.
Oh yeah, well, you know me. Look, they don't live. My nearest football club is Wrexham, so I think I've got something personal there, and half of my family in Wales are Wrexham supporters. So yes.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I was just going to say on the whole, none of us are perfect. And with his foibles, I would have Robbins every time. So I'm never a Robbins out man. So I want to make that very clear. But we all have management traits, and that seems to be his approach. Yeah. So it's not what I do. I'd keep the same team. But you asked me what Robbins would do, so that's what I answered. Yeah. So that's what I think Robbins will do. So Andrews is in.
There we are. There we are. Joke. We'll get on to more comments. I just want to bring up a comment here from Stan Hardy. He's in the USA, us Sky Blues. There's a few of us out there, which is great because. Hello, I hope you're going to see Hadji Wright play for the USA this week. Then I don't know if they're at home or they're away. Well, next week. Sorry.
What happens in America? It won't be nowhere near.
Well, it might. Yeah, but they use planes, don't they? They use planes.
California. We're closer to New York.
Yeah, he'll go watch him play. I only have to get 3 planes to get there.
Yeah, Stan should tell us whereabouts he is in the States.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a good one. Rich Overson, good evening, Rich. He says, is it a record for a keeper to displace 4 keepers? Morosi, Moore, Collins, and now Dovin. Ben is a great guy. He is a great guy. Right then, let's get some more comments and then we'll talk about the weekend's game coming up.
Okay, Adam Shaw, solid performance by Jake Roberto Bidwell. Not Milan's best performance, but still quality. Shame he had to leave straight away after the match for the toilet, he says. So he must know something that we don't, maybe. Picked up a toilet there. Ian Small, good evening, Ian. He's flying over again for the Sheffield Wednesday game. I hope a corner has been turned. Well, let's hope so, Ian. You flying over for all these games. You've been let down a few times this season. So hopefully we've turned the corner for you, mate.
Yeah, I hope so.
A lot of these next ones are just goes on the on spot the ball. So let's just go up to Alex Craig. Good evening, all. Much more positive than the past few weeks. Yeah, PUSB. Lee Beckett, evening team. Mark Cunningham. Happy birthday, Mrs. Hughes.
Oh, she'll like that.
There you go. Got personal dedications now on here. That's good. Peter Doolan. Thought we played well on Tuesday night, but we still gave the ball away far too much. better side would have punished us. PUSB. Cam Williams, evening all. She's 84, Paul.
That's my sister.
Yeah.
I told
That's
you.
your sister.
Hi,
Yeah,
Karen.
Glenn, Sakamoto's out 3 or 4 weeks, apparently. Yeah, it's going to be at least 2 weeks, isn't it? Probably maybe a few more. Mick Davenport is going to do number 3 on Spot the Ball. Pauline Hughes, thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. Please let Claudia know I'm not in my 90s.
Oh, yes, he said that. Yes.
So there you go, Claudio. Pauline is not in the 90s. How dare you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what as well. She don't look 84.
No.
No, she's doing brilliant and coming to Preston. So we shall have a good time there.
Yeah. Wayne Littlewood, Sante's better when he runs out onto the ball. His control when pass to him has a lot to be desired. Him and Bassett have one hell of an engine on them and don't stop running. Yeah, it'd be interesting if we got both of them in the team at some stage, Bassett and Asante. The work rate would be tremendous, wouldn't it? Both of them.
But this is the problem, though, isn't it? He's got to try and squeeze all these players into the team. It's like we were saying Sunday. How does he put these players into the team? Because we have got some great quality there, especially the front line. How do we get them all into the team?
Well, that's it. Does Robbins know his best team? I don't think he does actually know his best team yet, does he?
No, I don't think he does.
So many options. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem. Yeah. He's not sure who to play where, and he's hoping.
That's why I wouldn't change it. I think he needs to play a few games. Like there's players I'd play Binks. I love Binks. There's other players. I love Sims, but I think almost to a certain degree we just need to stick with a few players for a few weeks and let them all gel and see how that works. This chopping and changing doesn't get the best out of anybody, does it? So
no.
So for me, even if it means some players missing out for a few weeks that you might think would make your first 11 ordinarily, build on that victory and just try and keep it as stable as possible for a few weeks.
So who I felt sorry for was Sims, because he got his goal against Watford, and Sims for me seems very much a confidence player. And he scores in spades. He's not a regular goal scorer, but when he gets going, he really gets going. As he proved last season. And I just thought, okay, well, he's got his goal now in the league. Maybe that's the start of it. And then he got dropped the next game. And he played well in that game as well, but he got dropped.
He does suffer, Chris, doesn't he, from a lack of service, though. Sometimes we just don't play to his strengths. And he's stuck up there on his... I mean, look at Leeds. He was just a man in the wilderness up there.
He was.
There's other games where we're playing to his strengths, and he's on the bench, and you're thinking, he's he's not there watching his ball go into the box that would suit him, but he's not there. It must be frustrating, mustn't it?
Imagine him with all those crosses coming in. He'd be having a field day, but it never happens when he's on the pitch. It's strange.
Right, I've got a few more comments. Lee Beckett, EMC keeps cutting in too far from the right, smothering BTA space. Glenn Watkin, which of the championship clubs have better 4 strikers than we have? Well, yeah, that's the point. We've got 4 quality strikers. Problem is they're not all firing on all cylinders at the moment, are they? That's the trouble. Wayne Littlewood, Chris, your internet is giving up on you for your silly comments about Wilson. Love you really.
Well, we're having progress here because he's now actually calling me by my name and not calling me by my brother's name, Craig. So we're making progress.
Brilliant.
Ralph Wiggins, agree with the panel. Binks should be in that defence class player. Finn reckons Raduni will be better than O'Hare. Well,
I actually agree with that. I saw that comment come up earlier. I actually agree with that. For me, because obviously he's got 3 years to behind. So he's 23. O'Hare's 26. I think when he hits 26, we'll see a better player than O'Hare is person. So I support Phil on that comment, and I'm happy to say that. And then people can laugh at me in 3 years if it goes wrong. But for me, Radoni will be a better player.
Well, I mean, a lot of the fans are saying that. You know, Rodoni, he started off well, then he went missing, but he's supposed to be a replacement for O'Hare. Is he better than that?
I think he will be. I think he will be.
I think his delivery into the box, his talent for crossing is excellent.
Yeah,
really do.
Who's O'Hare?
I've just had
Who's O'Hare?
I've just had a private message from O'Hare.
Off who?
No. Paul Cuttyford's just messaged me privately. He says, Mark Robins did say he had learnt a lesson last time by playing the same team twice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Miles, do these people know that to get their comment on the show that they should comment on the stream and not?
Yeah, no, Paul normally does. Yeah, Paul normally does, but it's just come up. I don't think he does normally comment, Paul Cuttyford. He sits behind me at the game, but he's just messaged me privately.
That's a super chat.
Anyway, so the jury's still out on that. Is Rodini's going to be better than O'Hare? I mean, O'Hare was a fantastic player for us. There's no doubt about that. But it's early days for Rodini. He's done all right with Rodini so far. So but there's a long way to go.
Well, he's progressed as well because Ken can get his name right now as well.
Rodini, yes. Rodini, yeah.
Clive can't know.
No, Clive.
How many times had we got that German Von Avac?
Von
Avac. He was like, no, it's Van Avac. What do you keep calling him Von Avac? That's German. He's Dutch. It's like unbelievable. Me and Claudio were queuing to get in by the Jimmy Hill statue, and Clive came past. My God, he's a slovenly. He needs a haircut. He really does. I mean, his backside was falling out of his trousers, and he's going to go up and speak to the players. I mean, it's shocking. You see Andy Wing, he always looks really smart and whatever.
You know what they need? You know what they need, Paul, don't you?
What's that, mate?
They need someone smart like me to go and interview.
They do. Yeah, I was just thinking that, mate.
He used to get the haircut every 2 weeks.
If Clive's watching though, Paul loves the sound of your voice though.
even if what was it this week on Tuesday we were playing Bury, Blackpool, all the bees.
He got there eventually, I think.
Yeah. Oh, this may be my last appearance. Who knows?
Well, a few more comments and we'll quickly chat about Sheffield Wednesday.
I think we need to.
Dogs United, neither EMC or BTA are good enough for the first team.
I love that name, Dogs United.
Good impact players.
Is that his finger handle? That's brilliant.
Dogs United. he doesn't think EMC or BTA are good enough to start in the first.
Oh,
I don't know.
have to wait.
Well, to wait and see. Mark R. Could see why BTA got picked against Blackburn. Their back four couldn't deal with the pace and movement. What is the Wednesday back four like? Not sure what they're like this season, but they're struggling at the bottom of the league, so they can't be that good.
I watched a bit of them the other night against Bristol City, and they've definitely got. I think if we go at that, the same as we did Blackburn, there's joy to be had there.
Yeah. I think that will dictate whether Sims or BTA gets picked. Yeah, possibly. He might pick Sims because he thinks he's a better player on the day, against that team.
They're on the same points as us, but -5. We're on -2.
Right, okay. Mark R says slightly surprised Norman didn't get 10 minutes at the end of the game. Yeah, he's a good player. Again, I think he's one for the future, if you like. But I say he's only 19, but he is good. He's a good player, and he probably will get in that side eventually. Because his work rate alone is tremendous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. And he's only had a couple of games for us. Wayne Littlewood, no. Thou shall not change his mind.
Come on, Wayne, you will.
Dawn Cook, I wonder if Fads was secretly on our side and gave false tips to Blackburn. Well, him and Dominic Heim, of course.
Yeah.
playing, weren't he, as well? So
Very nice to help us out.
yeah, no, there they are. There they were, warming up. They got a good round of it. They got a good reception actually when they came out to warm up. The fans that were sitting around by me, they were got up and clapped, and they did clap on back. To be fair, so they did. They were two good players for us, and
Yeah.
I thought
I'd have Iron back in a heartbeat.
yeah, and they deserve. They deserve.
Yeah.
They deserve a round of applause. Danny Drury, Robin said before his injury, Tack was keeping Canty quiet. Frank Wood, after the Leeds game, we needed fighters, a couple of hard men at the back, and that is what Kitchen and Bidwell gave us. Horses for courses, he says. Yeah.
Horses.
For courses. Finn,
I heard that saying for a while.
I haven't either, no, yeah. Finn says maybe Milan had interest from another club. Head's been turned. I don't know. Interesting.
I think he was more thinking about. I hope I get to a toilet before the worst happens.
Possibly.
Ken, I was just going to say, as far as the horses, as long as they're not cart horses and they're thoroughbreds, it's horses for courses. But yeah, just to pick up what Chris was saying there about Hyam, I was lucky enough to be in the hotel in Bristol when Blackburn were there, and I had a word with Fads. This is last season, and Dom Hyam, and I was talking to him at the bar, and he said he didn't want to leave, and it was he got sold to make some money. He absolutely loved the place, and I'd have him back tomorrow as well.
Yeah,
I think I loved Hyam.
He's a fantastic player for us.
Yeah. He got player of the season, didn't he?
He did,
at Blackburn. Yeah,
he did.
Good
he did.
player. Good player.
Yeah. Dawn Cook, when Milan left at the end of the game, he was holding his stomach. They're not sure if he has an injury or just.
We've done that one.
Yeah, we've done that one. We've discussed that. Mark Cunningham, I had a feeling Milan had his head turned during the transfer window. Well,
no one knows, do they?
No, we're all guessing. It's a guessing game, isn't it?
Oh,
Wayne
have you seen-
Vaughan,
The trouble is, like a player's a bit off form, like a bit like under the weather. It could be they're carrying an injury. It could be that they've had their head turned, or it could be that they're just having some issues in their private life. And all these things are different factors that we never get to know about. And it can be all those things, can't it? So
yeah. What is a message for Chris? Is there anywhere in the house, Chris, that you haven't sat yet?
There's
In the loft.
There's one room I haven't. I can go there now if you like.
Oh, stay there. You haven't dropped out since you moved there.
Yeah, I know.
Carl Andy says, Chris Baker, how dare you use the L word? As in Wayne Littlewood. Wow, there you go. That's what he says. Not very like Wayne.
Have you seen Mick Davenport's comment on Clive Eakin?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, there you go.
He's right, though.
Can't read it.
Mick Davenport. I thought Clive Eakin was growing his hair so he can be like a scruffy Santa.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Doug Benham says you're way too controversial for CWR, Miles. Yeah, you'd be cut off the air. You'd be cut off. Simon Miller. Bristol didn't do anything with Matty James last year. We need to progress with new players,
Totally agree.
new signings, and not want the old guard. Well, that's fine, but I still say we can use the loan market to our advantage somewhere in January.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's not go back to getting Tim Sherwood and people like that.
Well,
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's have a little chat then about Sheffield Wednesday. But before we do, because the show's going on long again as it normally does, quick spot the ball. Here you go. Last chance to have a go, guys. Last chance to have a go and spot the ball. There is, and I will say there is, right? No lie. At the moment, there is 7 people that have got it correct. So, so that's what I've seen. So there you go. So get your guesses in on Spot the Ball. Also, before we talk about Sheffield Wednesday, maybe this is an investor. with Christian Horner. Might join Team 2 and invest, and yes, they might go and buy the club. Who knows? Or they might just invest.
He's a billionaire.
He is. So him and Christian Horner, you never know. And I know what Paul's going to say, Eddie Jordan, but Eddie Jordan isn't really a Cov fan, Paul. He's a Man U fan.
Know.
So it don't count. He don't count, mate, Eddie. And he's too old now anyway. So, yeah, you never know. There's Sakamoto there. What's his name again, Paul? You know this guy.
Ao Komatsu.
There you are. I couldn't say it, you see. Ao Komatsu. So, yeah. I don't know
rich. If he's I know he's they make big machines, so maybe he's part of that family.
He's very, 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 very big. So yeah, he owns a lot of stuff. So, and to have an F1 team, mate, you've got to be rich. So there you go. So yeah, so that'd be brilliant. The attendance the other night was 24,583, and to be honest, that's not too bad considering the weather, because it's absolutely poor. And by the way, the arena, please sort the leaks out, because there's a leak right above my head. It's flipping on me bloody head, and I tell you what, I'm sick of it. I'm going to have to go in the box, I think, then I'll keep dry. But seriously, come on, the arena. I know it's not Doug, so it's the arena. Sort the leak out above my head, because it's doing me Sweden now. I can't keep on sitting there. I've got bad lungs, you know. I can't sit there in the winter having water dripping on my head. So there
Can't
you
you
go.
get one of those hats with a little brolly on the top?
Yeah, I could probably get. I'll get one from Blackpool, because they're going up to Blackpool the night before at Preston. There's the scoreboard. That looks nice. That looks lovely, doesn't it?
I must admit, I do like the scoreboard like that with the team on there.
I know,
But we're not getting replays anymore.
No, I don't know what's happened there. I don't know. Somebody said there's a technical issue with the.
Forget the tech. I know Stuart does the scoreboard. Come on, Stuart, sort it out, will ya? And stop putting stupid pictures up of me on the scoreboard. Seriously, no more. I don't want any more pictures of me on that scoreboard, because I know what Jack's up to. I've got a funny feeling what Jack's up to. This is a nice sight as well, isn't it? 3-0 full time. Whoa. It's lovely. We're not getting carried away, honest. And there's our lovely Ben Wilson. Ah, bless him. He's brilliant. So, Cloud, before we go to Sheffield Wednesday then. What?
Doug Biomes come on and says the arena is watering you, Miles, to help you grow.
Dear, oh dear. Oh, our fans, I tell you. Thank you so much for watching. I love it. Thank you so much for watching, all of you. You do make our weeks. Oh, unbelievable. Don't forget to give us a like and
subscribe. Yes.
Exactly. Right then. Here we go then. Let's talk about Sheffield Wednesday after this clip, courtesy of Mr. View Sky. Thanks, mate.
At Highfield Road, Coventry City in 7th place found Sheffield Wednesday just what they wanted to start the new year. Steve Sedgley, the scorer, 1-0 Coventry 7 minutes before half-time. And that really triggered off John Sillett's side. 2 in 2 minutes, David Speedy, Coventry's new captain, clearly rising to his responsibilities. Coventry very glad to have David Bennett back in full working order after his broken leg, and it was Bennett who supplied Speedy for his second, Coventry's third, a minute into the second half. Wednesday's problems multiplying, Siggy Johnson sent off. Speedy then completed his second hat-trick of the season, 4-0. His previous one against Middlesbrough in October, he'd been on the losing side. 2 minutes from time, handball by Gary Megson, and Coventry have a penalty. Brian Kilcline stepping up, his penalty as emphatic as Coventry's win. Coventry City 5, Sheffield Wednesday 0.
Claudio thought the keeper should have saved that penalty.
let's hope we have another 5-0 this Saturday, and we can repeat that scoreline there. And David Speedy getting a hat-trick. It won't be him.
Oh,
It'll
what
be
a player.
Asante getting the hat-trick this weekend.
Oh,
But
what a player.
thank you very much, Mr. View Sky, for the clips again. Absolutely brilliant. And we'll be doing that every Thursday. We'll have a clip from him. He's absolutely ace. So head over to his YouTube channel. He's got loads of clips from going way back to the 70s and even before as well. He's got some clips. So if you want to have a little bit of nostalgia, head over to his YouTube channel. He's brilliant. Right, then let's get on then. We'll have a couple more minutes then just to talk about Sheffield Wednesday. Ken, now they've had a lot of controversy over the weekend with this man that was giving out these silly tweets about fans, disgusting behaviour again from Sheffield Wednesday fans. Surely the FA or the EFL have got to punish them for something along this lines. You can't keep having all this going on with their fans, but we can beat these, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, the fans, obviously, you can't say all the fans are like that, but obviously there's been a few incidents that have come to light, and it seems to be Sheffield Wednesday again in the bad publicity. So it doesn't look good on their club. So they need to look a long, hard look at themselves and sort themselves out. And hopefully these people will get long bans and not be allowed back in the stadiums to do what they're doing. But yeah, we can beat these. No problem. We beat them last season, didn't we? And we seem to have quite a good record against them. So I'm quite confident after Tuesday night's performance, we've got to come out the traps, straight away in their faces. And if we do that, then I think we'll have a convincing win. There's no doubt about that. I think we can beat these. You've got to beat these because they're struggling near the bottom, and we're a better side than they are, and we've got to go out there and prove it.
Yeah, I mean, we are, Victoria, we're turning into their little bogey team, aren't we, really? I mean, a couple of results against them last season, and we played them quite well. We played them, 4 times last season, didn't we? So,
yeah.
That's got to be a record in anyone's book to play a team 4 times in one season, surely. But you would think we have got enough in our team room, dressing room to turn these over, surely.
I think so. I mean, we need to just build on Tuesday, don't we? If we come out and we play like that, aggressive, like on the front foot, and take the game to them, then I think we've got too much for them. Like I said earlier, I watched a bit of them against Bristol City the other night. It wasn't the most thrilling game, but I stuck through it, and they've got a couple of players that look decent, so we can't let them start to take control of the game, because otherwise we've seen what happens then, that we lose control. So we've got to just be strong and go for it, and I think then we've got enough. I think we've got the better quality players. We're just going to let them control the game.
Yeah. Chris, I hope you're feeling better for this game for Saturday. I hope you're going to pop down and see me DJ down at Dillon's before. But, I mean, it's, when you look at the results we've had against them last season and everything that's going on with, as Ken rightly said, it's not all their fans, but some of their fans, the players must hear about it as well. But do you think they could be a little bit upset going into this game, and they haven't had an extra day like us to rest?
I don't know. I just think we should really be up for it. Maybe the negativity did spur them on, but the way they were playing, it was deserved. It wasn't like anyone was, attacking them personally. They were playing badly, and it was spelled out. But I agree. Just go after them, get the game done, and then make your subs. Don't mess about, because you get punished when you mess about. And get the game done. Get 2 or 3 goals. Well, I was saying that 2 goals up tonight didn't help United out, did it? They lost 3-2 in the end. But
Man United lost again.
Lost 3-2, yeah, to Porto.
Oh dear, what
being two,
a pity.
to being 2-0 up. Yeah, so you don't want that happening. We don't want that happening.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You've just made my night.
I knew I would. That's why I dropped it in there. Yeah, I'll just get the game done and then, start preparing for Preston away because that's another bogey team.
Yeah, well, we've got a 2-week break, so we should be
true.
okay, I think, going into that. But they've just got a great result, didn't they? 3-0 last night. And Stoke.
This is the year, though, Miles. This is the year, Miles. We're going to beat them this year. I can feel it.
You watched.
I hope so.
Me and you ain't and we're going to win.
I know. That's when you died last year. Yeah.
I've got my ticket.
Yeah, nearly died climbing up them steps. Paul, Saturday you're going in the Mall Lounge with your mum. I mean, you're going to be a little bit tipsy, and I hope your mum. There's any Sheffield Wednesday fans in there this time. Have a go at their fans instead of them having a go at
exactly. It kicked off. All she did was jump up when Sheaf scored that worldie, and two of the fans turned around because we were in the corporate then. My mum doesn't do standing up now, and well, not after a few wines anyway. Yeah, it all kicked off. So yeah, it was. I think Saturday, if we turn up, we win, and that's purely and simply. I think we've got too much for them. We just hope we don't do post Watford. We played really well, then we're rubbish. Tottenham. Yeah. I think it's different. I think they've with what they said, and Bidwell backed it up, that they all sat down and looked at each other, and I think they had a very, very clear heart to heart. Whether it was over a couple of pints in Leamington, I don't know, Miles, but whatever it does, I just hope if we turn up, we win. That's as far as I'm concerned.
And I hope they win for your mum's birthday as well, which would be nice for her. And she'll get to meet the player of the match as well. Yeah, definitely. Right, let's get some scores then, shall we? Victoria, we'll come to you first.
2-0.
2-0. Okay, Ken.
Coventry, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going for the same again. I'm going for another 3-0 victory.
Oh, Paul.
2-0. I agree with Vicky. Yeah, 2-0.
Okay, Chris.
I think with our strikers, someone's due a battering and why not Wednesday? I'm going 5-0.
Oh, that's how I like
the old 5.
Get in there.
Oh, I love the old 5. I love the old 5.
Come on, the old 5.
I don't know what the weather's like. Anyone know what the weather's like on Saturday? No. That's going to make a lot of difference.
Rain, probably rain.
Oh, don't. Seriously, not more rain. I'm fed up with it. I'm going to go. I think we'll get another clean sheet. I really do. I think we'll win 1-0.
Oh. Well, that'll do. 3 points is the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Going into the international break with 2 wins on the bounce, if things go our way, we could be just touching off playoffs again, and the chase could be back on. But as I've said to you before, how many games did Leicester lose last season, and they still won the league? So it is still possible. The team's got to turn up every single game, and they've really got to turn up every single game, and they've got to put that performance in what they do every week, what they perform like the other night and what they perform like against Spurs. They've got to turn up like that every single game if they've got any chance of even pushing for playoffs or winning the league. So I've just been told, Wayne Vaughan's just messaging me with a picture of the weather. It's going to be cloudy and sunny, 0% chance of rain.
Oh.
So that's on his Chinese mobile phone he's got. So
take an umbrella then.
His Temu mobile phone he bought. He showed it me the other day. It's brilliant. Yeah.
I've just seen Mick Davenport's comment about Clive Eakin again. It's just. Let me see. That's Clive Eakin's only going to cut. Yeah.
Clive Eakins said he'll get his hair cut and have a shave if we beat them. Yeah, but what sort of cut?
Well, look, listen, we know Clive watches. We know he watches. So.
God.
Oh, and Wayne Littlewood said that they're watering me to make me grow. He's put Miracle Grow. Hold on, Dave Boland says we've had that one, haven't we? Anyway, right, let's get some more comments in just a sec. Let's get the old spot the ball answer up, shall we? So there's your spot the ball. Where is it? 1 to 10. Nice and easy today. I thought I'd make it nice and easy. And the answer is number 1.
Oh.
So Chris got it right. But not only Chris, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 12 correct, I think, haven't we? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we've got Finn. There's quite a few. Keeley.
So we've got
Kyle.
You got plenty of mugs.
Yeah.
Well, we can we do a draw, can't we? Do a draw, can't we?
Yes, we can do the draw. I won't be able to do spin the wheel because there's too many names. But let me just number them all randomly. And then we'll get, how many did I say there was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 altogether. So let me write some numbers by the side of these, and we will ask Victoria to pick a number, shall we? That'd be nice, won't it? Okay. I'm just putting them down now. 2 secs. We're getting there. Okay, Victoria, pick a number from 1 to 13.
9. Number 9.
Number 9.
9 is Kyle Thomas. So, Kyle Thomas, you are the winner of Spot the Ball. If you can send us your address, please, if you can. Ken will get the prize out to present. Prize.
I'll get your mug out. There'll be a mug in the post.
Yeah. So if you could send us your email or message us privately on Twitter or message us privately on YouTube or message us privately on Facebook, we'll get Ken to get that mug out to you. So congratulations and congratulations to everyone for having a go. Brilliant stuff. Before we carry on with some more comments, and don't forget this Saturday, please, Andy Cogley, get me teeth in. Andy Cogley passed away on the evening, the early hours of the Saturday morning before the Leeds game. He was the co-founder of the East Midlands Supporters Club. They would like a 50th minute applause for this young man on Saturday, please, if you can, against Sheffield Wednesday. He turned 50 in March. And it would be great if we can all chip in and give him a round of applause. And he's been a season ticket holder for over 40 years. And it's no age to be passing away. So our thoughts go out to all his family. And, we just hope you're trying to keep your chins up and, grit your teeth. And hopefully you'll all be there on Saturday and you can help out and give a nice round of applause for him on Saturday. Right, then let's get a few more comments before we wrap it up then, Ken, because I've got to go off and I've got to watch the last episode of Joan.
Right, let's try not keep you waiting too long then. Wayne Vaughan, I think Mike Ashley will drop the loan policy. Mike Ashley's on the way in, apparently, according to Wayne. You never know. That might happen. Frank Wood, I agree about Wilson. He's far more vocal during the game, and I think the defenders respect him. They like him behind them. Frank Wood, Eccles doesn't get injured. Well, fingers crossed he doesn't. Rich Everson, good evening, Richard. I'm intrigued to feel the club has sold. Who we feel the club has sold for a bag of crisps and a pint before. Well, I think there's been quite a few, isn't there, that we've got rid of or sold very cheaply in the past. There's been quite a few. Probably too many to name. Doug Bowen, I think you'd gone. I thought you'd gone to help Claudio clean his box for Saturday, Miles, when you disappeared.
No, Claudio's not in the box Saturday. You are.
Yeah. Oh, Doug.
No, you are. Your turn.
Marcus J. Sky Blue Army. Yeah. Mark Cunningham. I thought Bidders was man of the match. Great crossing. Bullet header. He had a great game.
Yeah.
Wayne Verne says no. Janet says no.
No,
Simon
what?
Miller, no. Simon Miller says no, Miles.
No,
No,
what?
I don't know.
No.
What?
Just no.
No.
Oh, no, for changing the squad. Oh, got ya.
Yes or no, you asked for, and he's got no.
Yeah, yes or no. Yeah, sorry. So, that was
Dan
ages ago.
Hardy. Yeah, we just catch up. I'm listening from where?
Philadelphia, isn't it?
Philadelphia,
Was
yeah.
it,
Well,
is
I
it
didn't say
Philadelphia?
on that. I think it is. Well, USA, should we say, yeah. Mark Cunningham, no. Simon Miller, no. Saka is out. We know that, yeah.
Yeah,
Adam
we know
Shaw,
that.
Adam Shaw. Are the bullying rumours true about ADV Vash with the under 21?
Look, we don't know what. We don't know.
I
No
read
one
on
knows.
Twitter, Wilson called him out on it, but he denied it. Well, we don't know. It's all rumours, isn't it? Stan Hardy, there you go. I'm listening from America. There you go. Thought it was. Marcus J. Clark will start over Sacks. Yeah. Rich Stoverson, it's a record for a keeper. Yeah. Well, we've had that comment. Yeah. Stan Hardy, USA, Sky Blues. There's a few others. Trevor Merriman, MR will change the team because Sheffield Wednesday have a different setup to Blackburn. Frank Wood, clean sheet. Mark Roberts is not going to change things at the back. Maybe Ellis up front to start. Thomas-Asante on the right. Yeah, possible. Mark Cunningham says, I think Bertie Bassett will get a start. Well, why not? Why not? He deserves it. Well, I say he's a good player and he will get in that team eventually. Wayne Vaughan, Mark Robbins stated he made a mistake playing the same level against Spurs. Yes, we read that. Yeah, exactly. Craig Robinson, Bassett and Asante together. Well, I said that. Yeah, Bassett, I call him.
It's Bassett.
Bertie Bassett.
No, it's Bassett.
All right, Bassett. I think, yes, them two in the side will be brilliant because the work rate was tremendous. Stan Hardy, I was actually back over in the UK in August. I went to the first 3 games, 2 wins and a loss, 1 in the cup against Bristol City away. I'm based in Philadelphia.
Oh,
lovely
wow.
city. I've been there.
Brilliant.
Lovely city.
Fantastic. I've never been there myself, but I've heard good things about it.
I remember the advert on the telly. Philadelphia.
And I've run up the steps.
Yeah,
Where's Chris?
Which is the famous Rocky Steps. Everybody runs up those. It's great.
Richard, Chris has changed his room again, I think. Has he? Or no?
No.
Place.
Graham Cockrell, would it be nice if we played pre-season in the USA? Wouldn't it be brilliant? Yeah.
Oh, I'd be ace. I'm coming. I don't care about work. I'm coming.
That would be fantastic. You wouldn't be able to go. You wouldn't be able to go, Miles. Work commitments.
I'm going. I don't care. You'll have to find someone else for that if we're going to the USA.
Marcus J. Go Birds. Pauline Hughes. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, I know what would be better. They could have a pre-season in Jamaica.
Oh, and it didn't take long. It didn't take long. There we go. Are you going to Jamaica, Miles?
Well, you can go and check it out, can't you? Maybe later on in the month.
Well, that's what Doug's asked me to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's marvellous. Yeah.
Craig Robinson. I hope all the panel are on my Facebook group, Sky Blue Fans Forum. If not, why not? Yeah, make sure you are.
We are, Craig. We are,
Craig. Yeah, I assure you that.
Can you stop changing your picture because we keep forgetting which one you are?
They do keep changing the picture. Yeah,
they keep. Yeah, and you don't know which one they are.
There's so many groups now. Marshall Little, Shropshire Sky Blue here, so not far from you, Paul.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Marshall. Yeah. So
just outside Malpass.
Yeah. Marshall Little again. Can Claudio do some reviews of different corporate options?
Will you stop?
I'm looking at that. The bar.
Stop
Oh,
encouraging it.
He's looking at the Marin bar and wanted a review.
Mal
Well,
bar. It's
Marin
Mal.
bar.
Mal.
Mal.
Well,
No,
bar.
Mal. No, it's Mal.
All right, Mal. Well, Paul,
That's
that's
it.
where you're. Paul, that's where you're going, aren't you?
I am indeed with my mother. Yes, with
So you could
some
give
tapas.
us you could give Marshall a review. You could give us a review next week.
Well,
Let-
yes.
Let us
He
know
can,
what.
Paul, do a video.
I'll do. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
do
good
it.
lad. Yeah, do
Let
a
us know
little
what it's
video.
like. Because I think they
Yeah.
just that used to be some name something else, but they just renamed it. haven't
Carlsberg.
they? Was it the Carlsberg?
No, Heineken.
Or was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's because it's Spanish beer. They've also got tapas in there, so the food is
Right.
like a tapas bar. So that's what I've
Yeah,
been
I
told.
fancy
it is.
that one. I'll be interested to know what you think,
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a video, Paul.
I will do. I will do.
Lee Beckett agrees with Finn. Marcus J, I
don't
thought
know.
the journey started well, but has gone a bit quiet. Yes, I quite agree with you there, Marcus. Doug Ballum, you're way
We've had
too controversial. Yeah, we've had that. And we've had that about Clive Eakin. GL Boxing, Milan May, I've had his head turned, fell out straight after Tuesday's game. Mick Davenport, will Wilson be available for Saturday? He's got a dead leg Tuesday.
It's
No,
only a dead.
I think he'll be okay, to be fair.
Yeah. It's only a dead.
What else we got? Doug Bellham again. The arena is water in New Mars. We've had that. Lee Beckett. Anybody notice the electric advertising boards are on three sides of the pitch now? Now, yeah, I noticed that. They've got a contract.
Yes.
They're on trial apparently for this season, and they're going to see how they work and perhaps keep them. They do look good, actually, don't they?
They do, and they're on FIFA. But also, we've got a load more new adverts going on there now.
I noticed they're advertising the kits on there. The away kit, the black kit was on there, weren't it?
Yeah, I don't know why they bought the away kit because no one's buying it.
No, but they've got. Yeah, it looks very. I must admit, it looks a bit more professional, doesn't it?
Oh, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. It makes the floodlights look better as well because it lights up the pitch a bit more.
Yeah. Simon Miller reckons it didn't seem anything wrong with your lungs with all that chat, Miles.
Yeah, there is. Trust me, there is.
Stan Hardy, old style Martin Tyler commentary.
Yeah, the video, yeah.
Got to miss Highfield Road Spine Cop memories, says Finn.
Yeah.
Frank Wood said he watched the Wednesday game last night. We need to be on it again on Saturday. They have some good players. No easy games in this league, but if we play like we did on Tuesday, we will beat them. I definitely agree with you there, Frank. If we play,
is Windass still playing for him in midfield? Was he playing?
Yeah, he was playing. He was playing.
Yeah, he's a good player. That Windass.
There was another bloke who looked really good. I forgot his name, but yeah, good.
He scored their goal, didn't he? Again, the 2-1 when we.
I'm sure
he scored their goal. For
player.
Right, listen, Mike. We're going to have to wrap this up. This is going on too long. But I've got to put this one up. I have to put this one up. Ken, I've got to put this one up.
Go on, then.
This is a message for Vicky. Doug was on and said, Vicky, sort Ken, Bertie Bassett, and Rodri. Ain't cutting it.
Oh, Doug, I'm giving up now. It's too hard.
This is great.
I've been listening to No, not that bad.
Ken, is Clive your mentor?
No, but a lot of people call him Bertie Bassett.
Also, Ken, we've got the address now for GLB Boxing, so we need to get him his mug because he said he ain't had it.
It's been sent, mate. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So you
gave me the address the other day, didn't you?
There you go.
Sent me the address the other day. I sent it. Yeah, I sent it, mate.
There
is another one. There is another one outstanding somewhere because the week where we had two winners on Spot the Ball, GLB Boxing was one of them. I don't know who the other one was, but whoever it is haven't sent their name in.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get it. Marcus J. Apparently, a bit of sun on Saturday, 16 degrees. We'll take that all day long. So we're going to leave it there, guys. Absolutely fantastic. But before we go, don't forget, book your coach travel for Preston, ccfctravel.co.uk. And if you want parking this weekend, a lot cheaper than parking at CBS, coventryparking.co.uk. Loads of different car parks around. Check out their maps and you can get yourselves on there and get your car park all sorted out. And if you want something to do before your game, why not pop down and see me? I'm playing some tunes down at the old brewery, Dylan's Brewery. Come and say hello and I'll request a track and I'll play it for you. Apparently, I'm not allowed to play any dance tunes until after the match.
Oh, who told you
that? Smithy, bless him. So I'm not allowed to play any dance tunes until after the match. But please come down, have a request, and I'll see if I've got it in my library, and we'll get that played for you on Saturday.
Nick Davenport says, great show, guys. PUSB. Thank you very much.
That's lovely. Really nice. Thank you very much, mate. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. That would be amazing. And it's really good. And we all appreciate your support. And we appreciate the guys that come on here. If you want to be part of the panel, then please email us. The email is going across the bottom of the screen. Paul and Chris come on quite a lot. We've got Wayne. We've got some regulars that come on now, which is absolutely fantastic. Luke Carter and everything. Jack from the Leamington Supporters Club. If you do want to come on and join us, I have got someone who messaged me who wants to come on, so we'll get them on very, very soon. Just get in touch, info@skybluefans.tv, and we'll get you on one night and you can come and have a chat. Ken, international break Sunday, what are we doing?
Well, we'll be discussing, obviously, the game on Saturday. Hopefully we'll have 3 points in the bag, so we hopefully be all going into the international break a bit more positive than the last one when we were all down in the dumps. If you remember rightly. I don't like these international breaks. I do not like them. But yeah, we're discussing all that. We'll have the usual conflab, basically. Any City news. Probably have a competition on there as well. And we might even have a little quiz. We might even do a quiz.
Quiz is Thursday, isn't it?
Thanks, Craig, by the way. Have you seen the comment at the bottom?
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, Bronx.
Jimmy Sunfield's in the house.
Yeah, thanks for that. Respect.
No, there'll be plenty to talk about on show on Sunday. So
sorry, Ken.
So join us.
Yeah, and next Thursday, quiz night again.
Yeah.
Quiz night next Thursday, yes. Unfortunately, I won't be here because I'll be at work. I'll be on nights.
Ooh. Wow.
We'll have to do it without me. Cope without me, I'm sure.
Yeah, so next Thursday is quiz night. So get your heads on, get ready for the quiz. We'll have to, I don't know, we'll have to have a chat off screen and see what we're going to do this week. So, but Sunday night's going to be good. We're going to get 3 points on Saturday. We're going to take this winning streak into our Preston game. Go two wins on the bounce going into Preston. And like Vicky said, let's hope we can win. Well, she says we're going to win at Preston this year. Yeah. It's our time. It's our time. I don't know. I believe in all this voodoo stuff, especially with teams, because as Claudio said the other night, Blackburn hadn't beat us for 31 years in Coventry and they still haven't. So it's 32 years now. But yeah, so there you go. There are bogey teams out there. So thank you everyone that commented tonight. I'm sorry if we couldn't get through to your messages, but we have been absolutely stacked. You enjoyed yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
Good. Excellent. And Paul, you enjoyed yourself?
It's been fantastic, mate. It's always great to get together with you guys. It's a good laugh. It's great. It's brilliant. It's what football should be like.
Excellent. Lovely. And brilliant. That is, you're right. It is what it's meant to be like. And Victoria, are you happy going into Saturday? You are, aren't you?
I am very happy. Yes, very happy. You know me,
And
generally
Ken?
optimistic.
And Ken, we'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday and see you Sunday live on 7:30 for the aftermath.
Brilliant. So we'll see you all Sunday night. Have a great Friday, and we'll hopefully see you Saturday as well. A big play up, Sky Blues. Let's bring the 3 points home and get a maximum 6 points out of these 2 games. It would be brilliant. Big play up, Sky Blues, and thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Play up, Sky Blues.
Play up, Sky
Go
Blues.
Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.